Hey, all my pink supporters and fellow pink warriors. So today's video is going to be on basically what to expect when you're not expecting. So what to expect when you get a breast cancer diagnosis. Because again, unless you have been through it with someone else every step along the way, still it's a little bit different when it's them and not you. But there's no way to know what all is involved, and so I thought I would share. So my first appointment was 5 days after my diagnosis, my first appointment with my breast specialist slash surgeon, and it was the first time that I've had somebody accompany me to a doctor's appointment since I was a kid. So just having somebody else in on doctor's appointments with you was very, very, very strange. Something that's just weird to get used to, really. But it is really, really, really good to have somebody else there, not just for support, but also because you're gonna get so much, so much information, and it's overwhelming and you can't possibly take it all in. Like, we took a notepad and I just gave the notepad to my husband because I'm like kind of like a deer in headlights. There's no possible way I'd be able to listen to what she was saying and be taking notes. And so I don't know, eventually over the course of the doctor's appointments that I've been to, 3 pages of my own notes on this notepad. But also they give you a whole lot of information. Let me start from the beginning. So I have a copy here of my pathology report because this is what my doctor had in front of her when she sat down to talk to us for the first time. It's 3 pages. And on the back of every single page, she drew on the back of every single page as she explained things to us. Again, a lot of information. So there's diagrams and notes and words that you're like, what? And percentages and what is everything? So a lot of information that gets thrown at you that first day. So she explained everything, and of course allowed for as many questions as we might have at that point, which, there were some, but I think at that point you don't even necessarily know what questions to ask. There's a whole team of people that are going to be surrounding you. Like, that's your team, from the breast specialist slash surgeon to if you're going to have reconstruction, whether it be immediate or delayed, then you'll have a plastic surgeon. There's an oncologist, there's a radiologist, and a social worker, patient navigator. That might be called something different depending upon the facility that you are being treated at. There was also a physical therapist. My physical therapist is a certified lymphedema therapist. And I think that's the main team. Those are the main players, if you will. And so, she talked me through that, let me know that I would be meeting, when I talked to her on the phone that Friday before the Monday appointment. She did tell me what to expect at that first appointment, that I would meet with her first. Then I would meet with the patient navigator, and then I would meet with the social worker. I think it was in that order. So just in that very first appointment, I had, three different people to meet with and talk with and get information from, and it was a lot. So I had my husband there with me to meet with Dr. Ball, who is my doctor, my breast surgeon specialist. And then for the social worker and patient navigator, my bestie Tyra, kind of like a tag team, came in and she sat with me through those things. And so I all I can really say is that there's no other word to describe what to expect other than being overwhelmed. It is so incredibly overwhelming. You get so much information and everything is moving so fast. I was disappointed, I guess, that my surgery had to be delayed, but at the same time, it gives me some time to slow down and, just breathe and take everything in and maybe give myself time to really get ready for this life-changing diagnosis and surgery and surgeries that will follow after that, possible treatment. It just gives me some time for it because things were moving really, really fast the first go around prior to the October 30th surgery date. So my doctor explained, everything about my prognosis. Like I said, they give you your pathology report and it's all there, but she's just going to go through everything with you because the words don't necessarily mean anything to you. They don't mean anything to us if it's all new to you. So having somebody explain everything is great. So in addition to meeting with her, when I met with, I don't remember who gave me this, the patient navigator, maybe, I think is the one who gave me this big binder of information. It is very, very well organized. It's very nicely organized, but still, like when they give it to you, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so much information. There's the first page are business cards of everybody that you are going to need to know and be able to contact. And so business card page, and then there's a phone directory, and then there's information about your diagnosis and your treatment plan, notes and calendar, information on chemotherapy in case you need it, infusion therapy, radiation therapy, support services, and then there's also information about, can you see that? Advanced directive, your life plan, your plan. Where you have to start considering, if you haven't already, some people already have considered this stuff and already have an advanced care plan. But thinking about, what, how you want your medical care to go if you are no longer in a state that you can communicate and make decisions for yourself. So you get information on that, and it's just really a lot. So you're told that there's going to be a lot of doctor appointments coming up because you need to meet all of your team. I think the following that week I had another appointment. Trying to remember with whom it was with. I don't remember exactly. But I know I had an appointment that week, and I had another appointment the following week. And at one appointment, I was able to meet two people from the team, the oncologist and the radiologist. That, I think that might have actually been the first appointment. And so again, when you go, they're going to give you lots of information. This is from the oncologist, who was super, so gentle, and caring in the way he speaks to you and explains things, allows for questioning. That evening, he called me, like after hours. He called me and had been researching trials for, and I think it was an infusion therapy, an infusion type therapy that he thinks that I might want to consider. But it was after hours, and I had met him that day. So very, very on top of his job and very caring, and it's just encouraging to know that you're surrounded by people like that. The radiologist gave me less information. It's only 2 pages, but I don't think any less than what I needed to know. How often radiation is needed, if radiation is needed by a patient, how often is it going to be needed, and those kind of things, and for how long. And I'm trying to think. Let's see. We've got those two. And then eventually I met the plastic surgeon, and he will be in on the surgery too, because I'm having immediate reconstruction. So he'll be there with my specialist, my breast surgeon, to start the reconstruction right after the mastectomies. Then I eventually had an appointment with my possible physical therapist. Should I need one, I will really only need her if I develop lymphedema. And so that's the reason why my doctor wanted me to already have met her, just in case I need her. So the other thing that I want to stress is how important it is to be flexible, because things change. Things from diagnosis can change to appointments, procedures. I thought that I was having a biopsy on my left side for 2 spots, and the day that I was supposed to go for that, they called and said, hey, only one of those areas is showing up on the ultrasound. So we need to do one of 2 things. We can either still have you come into this appointment today and do this biopsy via ultrasound, and then bring you back in a different day to biopsy the other area via MRI, or we can just cancel today's appointment and bring you back in and do both of those on the same day. I decided to go ahead and do that one, and then said, can you just talk to Dr. Ball to see whether it's even necessary for me to come in for that second biopsy if I have already decided that I'm going to have a bilateral mastectomy, a double mastectomy, regardless of the results of either biopsy on my left side. And so she agreed that it wasn't necessary to have it biopsied. It was just like another appointment and another procedure. I had already had, the original appointment with a doctor to do the breast exam, and to refer me for the mammogram and the ultrasound and the original biopsy, and then the breast biopsy, and then the biopsy on the left. Like, I had already been through so many procedures that, like I said, if that was my decision, then they can biopsy that other spot after surgery. So that's what we decided to do. But being flexible, I learned is key, because everything is not in stone, and things can change with you. You know, like be getting sick right before surgery. So be flexible. So far, I can tell you that's what you can expect. It's a lot. Expect to be overwhelmed, and do what you can for self-care and whatever it is that you do for relaxation that is healthy for you. That's what I can tell you. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to subscribe. See you next time. So far, I can tell you that's what you can expect. It's a lot. Expect to be overwhelmed, and do what you can for self-care and whatever it is that you do for relaxation that is healthy for you. That's what I can tell you. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to subscribe. See you next time.